Grandstand ventured to Victoria Park for round 3 in the VFL, the battle between Collingwood and North Ballarat. David Rhys-Jones was in the expert comments chair. Plenty of endeavour from Collingwood, David Rhys-Jones, but North Ballarat really just finished with the polish and they ran out deserving winners.
Yeah, and they looked to have a bit more fitness in the end too, and that was a surprising thing. But Collingwood wasted too many chances early. I think at one stage they kicked 11 behinds in a row, and it just, bad kicking's bad football, and you've just got to put away your chances. But we see Billy Driscoll, he was a good player, kicked his first goal there. I think he ended up with 4 or 5, and had a good day out. And, full credit to North Ballarat. They're a team who just keeps going. They don't give up at any stage. And while they looked to be outmanned early in the match, and I thought, Collingwood looked the better team, Collingwood weren't able to put the score on the board, and North Ballarat in the end made them pay for it.
Amazingly enough, into the breeze, Collingwood led by 8 points. They were inaccurate. They kicked 3 goals, 6 in the first quarter, but then they were unable to manage a goal in the second term, and North Ballarat really did show just such clean ball handling compared to the Magpies, who really didn't seem to have any system once they went inside 50.
No, both teams probably had as much of the ball as each other, but North Ballarat just used the ball so much better. And we see this is just typical of, and that was a lucky goal, but it was just typical of the way Collingwood played. They just bombed the ball into the forward line and hoped for the best.
Black was quiet in the first half. This was a moment just at the end of the first half, which gave, or at the end of the third quarter, which gave North Ballarat a bit of momentum going into the last quarter. Ugle kicked the first goal of the last quarter for Collingwood. They led by 7 points, and then it was an avalanche the other way.
Yeah, it was, and North Ballarat just really took control. But we see here, they just used the ball so much better. They didn't bomb the ball in there. This is poor defensive work here, but Lockie George, who had a great game, was able to really put the nail in the coffin there.
He was one of their best, and the men who came up with the goals, Micallef, Black, George, Driscoll, all very valuable, damaging players, and they have been for North Ballarat for some time. This was an unfortunate incident. Caelan Mooney just buckling his neck, buckling underneath him after a great chase on Micallef, but the good news is he came out okay despite the fact he was taken off on a stretcher.
Yeah, and his head just got caught in an awkward position there, and you don't like to see that in football, and the pace he was going at to make the tackle really contributed to that as well.
I think this will be a confidence-boosting win for North Ballarat as well. After you'd only be human if you thought there might be some doubts after 2 losses at the start of the year, but this is going to buoy their confidence.
Yeah, it will, and they had a lot of young players out there too. They a lot of fresh-looking faces, and they'll gain a lot of confidence as individual players, but especially as a team. That was very important for them to get a win on the board today, and they were able to achieve that.
And there are the final numbers from the game at Victoria Park. So North Ballarat goes on the board for the first time. They're 1-2 now. Collingwood, having had the bye in round 1, zip and 2. The final score, the Roosters 15-16, 106, defeating Collingwood 7-19-61 in round 3 of the VFL. You saw the action on Grandstand.